Well, hi there, it's Jennifer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I hope to encourage you. I am 4 months old as a YouTube content creator, which is kind of a miracle considering I put off starting my YouTube channel for 5 years. This particular video is a video in a series that I have, or a playlist I should say, where I am sharing, and I have it titled, How I'm Starting a YouTube Channel in Midlife with No Experience. And I have, in fact, that's how I launched my channel. I launched my channel by documenting my experience and thoughts and just practicing getting on the other side of the camera and entering into a 30-day, 30 video challenge that was suggested to me through a coaching program that I was part of with Mel Robbins. That's how I finally broke the cycle of putting off YouTube. I was somebody who wanted to do it for so many years. And even though I was very comfortable being on the other side of the camera, the one doing the recording, the one taking the pictures, the one documenting, I also really wanted to get on YouTube. I loved the idea of creating for YouTube, and I really wanted to connect. I really wanted to contribute. That was something that was very important to me. I am a 53-year-old woman. I am retired, if you will, from raising my children and homeschooling my children for the last 30 years. I have been a full-time homemaker for that long, and I am still a full-time homemaker, and I was in and am in a midlife transition, and contribution was something that was very important to me. I wanted to contribute. I wanted to be a blessing. I wanted to encourage and uplift and share. Those were things that I enjoyed doing with my children and working as a team and investing in them. And I really enjoyed that. And now in this phase of life, I would like to contribute. And I hope that anybody who comes to my channel will feel encouraged, will feel cheered on. I hope that you'll feel like you hung out with a friend and that you felt comforted or uplifted in any kind of way, and that you leave feeling peaceful and encouraged. That's my goal. And that is why I wanted to be on YouTube. But I had paralysis for a lot of reasons, limiting beliefs and just doubts of even how to begin. You know, I've really learned a lot of self-love. You know, I always said I had a face for radio, but not the voice. And yet my face and voice are here, which can also be just audio only or visual or both. Yeah, so I've really had to learn to love myself. I have never looked at myself so much before, because when you're doing the editing process, I am listening to myself and watching myself. And at first, it seemed really cringy, if I'm being honest. It felt so unnatural, because, you know, normally that's not what we're doing. And I remember doing a video. Gosh, it was an early video in that first 30 video series where I talked about how for a lot of us older folks, you know, we were not raised on social media. We weren't raised taking selfies all the time. And I don't say that in a bad way. I'm taking them all the time now for thumbnails. But, you know, we weren't raised even voice calling each other. You know, it was on the phone. Like the rotary phones, or like the regular phones, not cell phones. And, you know, but the younger generation, they're so used to connecting this way via the screen and doing video chats and seeing themselves. And, you know, so many young kids even have YouTube channels. It's kind of crazy. Or they're on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. For some of us middle-aged and older folks, this territory is a little unfamiliar. But I am so glad to finally be on it. And, you know, YouTube is fantastic. I have been a YouTube consumer for years. I am still an avid YouTube consumer. It is my main platform. I absolutely love it. I have learned so much from people on here, content creators I followed over the years, been entertained, been moved. I listen to all my music via YouTube. I have found amazing content creators here on YouTube, and I continue to. And what's really been a bonus, so my channel is a lifestyle channel. And after I did my 30 videos under this series, I started branching out into building my channel. And that's still a process, of course. I'm only 4 months old, so I'm still fledgling, but I am in that process. This topic is something that I will continue to add to, at least for the first year. And maybe if somehow after a year, I have any wisdom or updates or information, I'll continue to add to the series. But it's been a joy, and in having this particular playlist, it's exposed me to so many new creators and creators in a whole bunch of different niches. I've also heard it called niche, and I think niche and niche. Maybe it depends on your country. I think Alexa says niche, but different niches that on my other channel, I have my regular personal channel that's just my own entertainment channel that I've had for years. Then I have got this content creator channel, and under this umbrella of new YouTubers and then this playlist, I've interacted with so many amazing people I would have never come across. In fact, on this channel, because I'm interacting with a lot of newer content creators from all over, I am exposed to a whole different aspect of YouTube that I never would have seen on my other channel ever. I have to take a sip. That's been something really an unexpected journey and blessing. And also, I've said this all along, another fear of mine was the comment section. That always really feared. I was like, oh no. I mean, I could critique myself and they would be legitimate critiques, right? And I had a fear of not only putting my face and my voice out on YouTube, but then also, the comment section. And I have met the most incredible people in my comment section. It has been such a gift and a delight. So if you happen to be somebody who's still early on in your YouTube channel, or you're wanting to start out, there are so many amazing people here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm sure at some point along my journey here, I am going to have those people that will potentially not be pleasant. And, I can choose to do what I want. Then either hide the comment or leave it or just ignore it. But those people are outliers, because really there are incredible people out here in YouTube, and especially the other creators. It's been a joy to interact, and then also to watch what other people are doing here on YouTube is amazing. So at 4 months old, I have loved that. So I do have a few notes. And also, now I come to you from Anchorage, Alaska. It is dark outside. It gets dark early. Today, I needed to film this video. It is black outside. My lighting, I have can lights, and it casts so many shadows. Now, this is not perfect, but I'll show you after. I am sitting on this stool right in front of my large screen TV, because I was thinking, I wonder if YouTube has an all-white screen, and they have an off-white screen, and that's what this one is. This one isn't pure white. They do have a pure white screen, just a plain screen. And they also have an off-white screen. How brilliant is that? So it's helping with the lighting. It looks maybe a little harsh, but it's a lot better than the alternative, which would be really all of this would just be shadowed. So that was kind of an unexpected thing today, and I'll show you that later. But I figured I would share with you some of my thoughts about being 4 months old. And I do hope to encourage you, if you're only a month or two along in your journey, just keep on keeping on. Find your rhythm. Sometimes I think it takes time to develop yourself. That's something that I am continuing to work on, is developing myself as a creator. and, you know, tweaking that. I've got so far to go. I can't imagine where I'll be at the end of this year of 2025. How much I'm going to learn. And I hope to continue to develop myself. And that is definitely here at 4 months old. I am wanting to continue to develop myself. I do and would like to work on getting eventually better equipment, getting lighting, working on my filming angles. I downloaded a class. So there's a couple of things. I was really zealous when I first started. I got these box lights. They're still sitting, my bedroom's back there. They're still in the box. They're like those soft like box lights. They'd be so helpful. I ordered those right away. I ordered a mic right away. They're sitting in boxes because I have been all in on recording, learning how to record, getting out, uploading, editing, all of those things. And I'm like, I'll deal with the lights later. But I really do need to break out those lights because that will help. It would at least probably help even soften some of these angles, even though I'm in front of the TV right now, but it's working for right now. So I'm not mad at it at this moment. But I also, early on, I downloaded a little course called How to Be a Better Filmographer with Your Phone. And it's just been sitting. It's been sitting for about 2.5 months in my email. That is definitely my goal also, is to work on perfecting that. But what I wanted to say, so 3 months, December 17th of 2024 was my 3-month mark. And during that time, I recorded a video titled Just Hit Record. And it was a play on my very first title, which was called Hit Record. That was my very first video. And honestly, that message was for me. And I hoped that as I gave that to me, it would encourage other people to just hit record. So that's when I came up with that title of Just Hit Record. Because if you just hit record and you begin the process, you start to build the momentum, then you will get to 1 month and 2 months and 3 months and 4 months. And it does become less intimidating. Now you're still working as hard. And you know, it's so funny because I see a lot of these videos, you know, like YouTube is in easy mode. It's funny how the trends pick up and then everybody's on it. And I tend to be a bit of a rebel. I don't like following trends. I really like to do my own thing. But I do observe those things. And there is certain validation to those things too, as well, by the way. It just, for me, that's not the way that I want to go. I don't want to jump on trend bandwagons. That's not how I want, for me personally, how I want to build my content. I'm a lifestyle creator, and so I'm not driving hard after titles or anything, but I do want every video that I upload to be encouraging or peaceful or uplifting, or you feel like you hung out with a friend, like all those other things. Now that's what is important to me. But this whole like YouTube is on easy mode, just upload, you don't have to edit and do this and that. And I think, you know, any video for any reason can pick up. And honestly, really, I think a lot of it is the content creator. You know, some people have a natural charisma, and they really don't have to do a lot. They just have so much charisma. Because if you didn't have good charisma and then you also did not do good quality videos, it probably wouldn't pick up. You know, people would probably click off. Or if it was really bad, maybe people would just want to watch it for that. But, you know, even for people like that, they are using their gift of charisma. You know, I think just some people are really natural in front of a camera, and it just like oozes and people love it and they want to watch. But it's funny how those trends pick up. You know, to me, I have not found anything about YouTube easy at all. I mean, like the act of, say, like uploading a video technically could be considered easy, but I mean, learning how to be in front of a camera, developing a schedule, coming up with your ideas, developing authenticity, developing your courage, and, you know, putting in the work to create content that sticks within your parameters of whatever you have for your videos. You know, like, what do you want your videos to accomplish? Whatever that may be, that takes work and it takes effort. And honestly, it should. It should take some work and effort. This is just in my opinion. I've always had this philosophy that if something is really important to you, you indeed will roll up your sleeves and work for it because it is important and you want to put yourself into it. And I think that to me is what really sets things apart. And I think that that's what YouTube is. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of, what is it? What's her name? Jamie Kern Lima, who was the founder of It Cosmetics and sold it to L'Oreal for like $1.2 billion, or I think it was more than that. And she was like, you need God, grit, and grace. You know, kind of those things. It's like, you know, when you get ready to start a YouTube channel, you know, you need some God, some grit, and some grace, you know, to get it done. I just thought that was cute when she said that. But, you know, YouTube is hard work, but it also is very rewarding. And I have really loved finally stepping into this calling. And if you have a calling to step into YouTube, when you finally hit record, you continue to step into it, you will have such a wonderful sense of accomplishment because you're stepping into what you're meant to do. And that always feels really great, doesn't it? So I am really happy to be here at 4 months. And I hope wherever you are in your content creator journey, that you feel really proud of yourself, that you are where you are, because that means you have done a lot of hard work to get there wherever you are. And if you happen to be somebody who has never started a channel before and you just happen to be watching this video, then I encourage you to step into it. And you are going to have some courage to put up your first video. But there are just some incredible people here on this platform that will find you and they will cheer you on and it will just surprise you. And it's amazing, but just keep on keeping on. Some of my thoughts being 4 months old, I think the first big one, and it hit me and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a massive milestone. So like I had mentioned before, I was somebody who had put off YouTube for 5 years. I did not know what I was doing videography wise, or even putting up my first few videos, which were like 9 and 10 minutes long. That was such a monumental undertaking. And when I first started, of course, I didn't know anything about editing. I didn't know anything about that at all. And I would love to learn to become a very skillful vlogger. That way I can give the best content to anybody who may watch my videos. Like, that's the goal. But I definitely did not know how to do any of that, and I'm learning how to vlog. Well, so just recently I did a vlog, and here where I live in Anchorage, Alaska, during the winter season, the ravens flood the city. They infiltrate the city. And now we do have ravens here year round, but the population is really small. A lot of the ravens head out to the vast wilderness of Alaska. We have migratory raven that fly to an area called the Kenai Peninsula. But right now in the wintertime, the ravens overtake the sky, and they are the most wonderful and amazing. Oh, somebody is home. 1 second. Well, that is one of the things that may happen when you are recording a YouTube video. You know, I actually didn't realize how late it was, but I have a daughter who is married, and she and her husband are purchasing a townhome that's about 3 minutes away from me. They're buying furniture and storing it here at our home because they're getting ready to move, and they're here to drop it off. She probably never thought to check in, and I didn't let them know. But things like this are going to happen. And the beautiful thing about being at 4 months old, you're going to hear them, but you know what? I'm just going to kind of go for it. I'm above our driveway right now. I can hear them unloading it there, and I'm just going to go with it. But when you are, doing life as a YouTuber, you will adapt and overcome. You will have these interruptions. You will have things that happen. You'll have to sit in front of a TV for light. Your family unexpectedly is going to pop in when you're home recording. It's things like this. But the beautiful thing too about being 4 months along is I am able to recover quicker from these types of interactions, whereas before it would have paralyzed me. Ravens are amazing. They infiltrate this area where I live in the wintertime. I mean, the skies are filled with ravens, and they are beautiful and amazing and intelligent creatures. I love them. I love being around them and interacting with them. Last year, a migratory raven family that came in had a leucistic raven as what it was a hatchling. It was a fledgling, so it was its first year. A local artist, she paints on rocks, and she painted these, and I'll show you after too. Well, actually, I'm going to add this little video. That's what I'm getting to with this story. So she painted white ravens on rocks, and for people who walk, they do rocks, and you find them. So she painted white raven rocks, did a scavenger hunt, left clues on the Facebook page, and she just does it to bring joy. It's the sweetest, most wonderful thing, and it's so much fun. Well, anyway, I had been sick. I was running behind. I thought, I was behind a couple of days on the scavenger hunt. I thought, probably all the rocks are gone. I missed out on the scavenger hunt, and I already have 2 of her beautifully painted rocks from previous scavenger hunts. And, it's community and spirit and energy, and it's so much fun. It's like a team spirit kind of thing. Well, I ended up finding 2 of the rocks. One I'm keeping, and one I'm going to mail to a photographer who has since left the state, but she contributed beautiful photography. She's a professional photographer to the Facebook page. Well, for the Facebook page, made a little film. I called it a little film. And it's just a few clips of me finding the rocks, and I put it to some music, and I did some writing. I did some voiceover. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds long. It's nothing long at all. But I created that, put it together, edited it, all the things that you have to do to edit it, uploaded it to Facebook. I used different music because I couldn't use Epidemic Sound music on Facebook. But Facebook, you can add music when you edit, when you upload. I did that, and so I posted I called it a little thank you film on the Facebook page for this artist, showing the rocks, and I really wanted to show the beauty. And I thought about it after, and I thought, that is so much progress. Never before could I have ever imagined that I could whip up a little film with the voiceover, the music, the edit, the writing, the clipping the parts together, telling a little story, and then share it publicly on a platform. And I did that, and it hit me of, wow, that is progress. Now, I have got so far to go, not in a bad way, but I'm just in the beginning stages of learning how to vlog and record and put things together and tell a story. All the professionals out there make it look entirely too easy, of course, the way that they do. But I thought, that is amazing progress. And if you are continuing on in your early stages of YouTube journey, that is the progress that you'll see. And it was amazing because I remember it was maybe about 1.5 years ago now at this point. I made a video. It was a video that I submitted for a giveaway for these planners. It was called the Daily Grind Planner with Angie Belmar. Their Daily Home and Daily Grind Planner. I think you can find them on Amazon now. You can find Angie Belmar here on YouTube. She's an amazing creator, businesswoman. Anyway, her Daily Grind, the company, they were doing a giveaway. They were still kind of in their earlier fledgling state as a company. and they did their whole fall giveaway, and it was several covers and stickers and their planning system, which is this 4-month planning system. It was really quite a lovely giveaway. They were giving away 3 of these like fall launch bundles. The requirement was you had to submit no more than like a 3-minute and 30-second video sharing what the Daily Grind planning system has done for you, and submit it. And then you agreed to have like your images used or the video used. It took me so long to make that 3-minute video, and it was awful. I didn't know anything about editing, which was probably good. It was so raw. It was so authentic that they probably had pity on me. They're probably like, wow, this lady here is pouring out her heart and soul. And I was set up in my kitchen, and I had the Daily Grind planners all set up, and I was trying to cram a lot of why I loved the system so much, cram it into this 3-minute video. I was talking so fast. I had no script, and I don't think I breathed. I did not use the power of the pause. Let's just say that. And miraculously, I was one of the winners. In fact, I think I've got a little like, what would be like a post. I screenshot the post where it was me and 2 other winners. I deleted the video. This was before I had YouTube, so I didn't upload it and save it at all. I deleted it, and it was a struggle too. It took me at least a week. I can't remember how long now at this point it took me to make that video, but a long time. And I kept just making mistake after mistake, but I finally did it. Versus compared to this little film, I'm calling it, that I just made and uploaded. I just did it last week. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. That's progress. And that's what you will experience. I mean, if you have been doing YouTube now for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've experienced it in your own way. If you're still early on, maybe a month or 2, or you haven't even started yet, you will experience the same progress, and you'll have a moment where you'll surprise yourself, and you'll be like, wow, I did that. And I actually kind of did it with some ease. That's amazing. Like, I told a coherent story in this little film, and I was so proud of myself. So I'm going to add it to the end here, not to brag, but to show you that progress is possible from somebody who is so afraid to do any YouTube channel for a variety of reasons. And I had no experience, and I didn't think I could ever learn how to edit or learn technology, to putting together that thing. It's like, it does get easier. It does get better. And that is the biggest topic, the biggest gift I want to share with you, because that is you too as well. Just keep going. I want to encourage you to keep going and keep stepping into your channel. Keep working on your courage, your creativity, your skill, your authenticity, your voice, and try things too. Don't be afraid to try things. I have a video in this series called Do What You Want Now. Just try things. That's what I'm doing. I am still trying to evolve what my content will look like. I want it to be predictable, but also my channel is young. This is time for me to try things. I really would love to I've got to take classes to become a better videographer. I found a new YouTuber recently called The Unexpected Gypsy. The Unexpected Gypsy, I think is her title name. I've just newly discovered her. She's an artist, incredibly gifted artist. Her YouTube channel, now it's really geared toward her artistry, but the way that she vlogs and creates, it's so creative. I'm really inspired by it. Like, my content, who I am, of course, you know, I don't want to copy anybody, but you know how it is, you get, like, if you're a creative person, you get inspired by other people, and then you take it into your life and your artistic expression and say, well, how does that work? I love the way that she records her videos and tells her story and like overlays things. Like, that's something that I need to work on, is learning how to overlay videos and voice. That's something that I picked up with her vlog. Like, she would have all these video clips together, but then, like, say there was one main clip where she was talking maybe in front of the camera like this, but then you would still hear her voice in this main clip video, but then there would be like another little video on top of it, but then it would get right back into her main video, but you'd still hear her voice. I don't know what that's called. I don't know if that's like an overlay, but that's something in watching her videos. I loved how smooth they are. And for my vlogs, that's something that I really want to work on, is that smoothness, taking that class, getting my lights, continuing to just develop my voice. So if you have made it to this far, oh, I'm going to show you also, I'm going to show you my setup here. So it is black outside right now. Sometimes, you know how it is with like the cell phone, it makes things look a little off in their color. But yes, you can do a pure white screen or an off-white screen. Look at, I've got all the setup. You've got to have your Vaseline so your lips don't get chapped, comb. I've got a compact here. Oh, look, the essentials. Got this mirror because ever watched my perseverance videos? My first perseverance video, I had a huge bug on my head. It was like my third video I ever made. I had to go redo it. And then another video I had this like gigantic whitehead here and I didn't even realize it. So now I try to have a mirror, and if I see something on my face, I look a little shiny. To be honest, I could probably use a powder. I do try to check, but it is all part of the fun. It is a fun experience. It's stressful and fun, all wrapped up into one package, but I'm really glad to be experiencing it. And I hope you will continue on in your journey, or if you are looking to start, that you will indeed step into it. So have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening, and thank you for your time, and until the next video, bye.
Isn't this just absolutely beautiful? Vicki Wolf is so sweet. She has done, I believe this is her third scavenger hunt. At least it's the third one that I've been a part of. It is so lovely, and I wanted to do something a little special for her and make this little film. I have also noticed that there are hidden ravens. If you go back and look at the first one, you'll see the white raven in the mountain, and then there's a raven in the sky on this one. Aren't these just absolutely beautiful? I really wanted to try to show the detail and how beautifully these are created. Thank you, Vicki. I found it. Look at you guys. I found another one. My hands are so numb. This was the clue. So it's at this wonderful art store, which is probably where wonderful Miss Vicki gets her art supplies. And like, this was the photo, the hint. The White Raven community has been so amazing, and it's people like Vicki Wolf, along with so many others, that made following and enjoying the White Raven such a delight. Who knew that one special, rare, leucistic creature could bring us all together in such a special way? Thank you again, Vicki.